Hey, this is Rick with Social Good Software. In this short demo, I'm going to be walking you through the process of verifying a domain name with Godaddy. The process I'm going to show you here is pretty much identical to a lot of DNS providers. Each DNS provider has their own nuances to setting up a DNS entry. So what I'm going to show you here is specific to Godaddy, but if you're using a different DNS provider, feel free to take some of the stuff that we talk about here and use it with your DNS provider. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here. So I'm going to head over into my domain name here, the domain name that we started to verify last time. And then we're going to head down here and we're going to go ahead and click on Manage DNS. And then this will give us the ability to add new DNS entries into our domain name. So I'm going to go ahead and click Add here. I'm going to go back to my handy email to copy our domain name. So we're going to go ahead and copy this here. We're going to go ahead and paste this into as a TXT record, paste the value, and then here's our value right here. We're going to paste that in there. Now at this point we're ready to go ahead and click save, but before we click save we want to make sure that we delete the root domain name and that period. So you just want to have the subdomain name and you're ready to save at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and click save. If you get an error message like this, this just means you have an extra space at the end. So just go all the way to the end, click the backspace button. Now get rid of that extra space, click save, and that goes ahead and adds it to your records. So we're going to go ahead and add 3 more here. The ones we're going to be adding are going to be CNAMEs. So we're going to go here, we're going to select CNAME, paste the first one in, and just as before, we're going to get rid of the root domain name and the period. And then we're going to grab our value. Here we go. Paste our value. Click save. Add one more here. Another CNAME. Go ahead and grab our CNAME here. Like so. Get rid of the root domain name. And then we're going to go ahead and grab that value. There we go. Click save. And then we're going to add our final last CNAME record entry. So we're going to go here, CNAME, paste that value in. Again, we're going to get rid of the root domain name. And then this is going to point to this value here. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and click save. So at this point, we went ahead and added all of the DNS entries. Depending on your DNS provider, for this example in Godaddy, this could take a couple hours for that to be verified. Usually my experience with Godaddy is that this process goes pretty fast. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to head back into Social Good Software and test to see if the domain name has been verified. Okay, it looks like that went ahead and successfully verified this record. And at this point, we're ready to go ahead and start sending emails from that subdomain name. So that's pretty much all there is to verifying a subdomain name. You just have to be a little bit careful when you enter the entries into the DNS provider. If you have any questions about this process, or if you have any suggestions on how we can improve this and make it a little bit easier to understand, please let us know. We're always happy to help.